Today, the wetlands in Kampala are on the verge of extinction. It is estimated that at least 75% of the wetland area has been significantly affected by human activity, and about 13% is severely degraded.
For instance, in our Kampala situation, our wetlands have become very critical and are not being utilized in a sustainable manner. You find individuals building in the wetlands instead of competing with the public goods like a recreational swamp park. Now, when you look at the case of Kampala, Kampala sits next to on the lake shore of Victoria, but you don't see a city being connected with the lake frontage of the Victoria urban edges.
In that report, the experts or the consultants made one fundamental observation, that Kampala has got the best natural environment you can find on earth, but the worst built environment. That is a paradox.
Unlike the colonial era, where use of wetlands was strictly prohibited, today uncontrolled development has largely contributed to the degradation.
We are looking at integrating other activities, social, economic, ecological, with an urban form, like recreation centers, swamp parks, nature walks, and other activities.
This stretch of land adjacent to the National Housing Estate in Bugolobi is a wetland. Once upon a time, this area was sprawling with its papyrus stretching to the shores of Lake Victoria, but that is no more.
It will be a recipe for disaster in this country if we did not come out to take heed of the observations or to critically reflect on the findings of the consultants in that report.
This is the land earmarked for transformation into a recreational park. In fact, the entire piece of land has been filled with soil.
And the new plan is towards that direction of jealously guarding our wetlands and turning them into recreational parks and whatnot.
The KCCA consultant report presupposes that this area will have a lakefront shoreline to Lake Victoria. This, according to the report, will preserve its ecological value.
When you go to Tintale, you come to Luzira, they lack green open spaces. So by creating it as part of one of the action plans of having a lake frontage being opened and developed, that was the easiest way of doing it. It will have that connectivity with the city center.
But our findings paint a rather worrying picture. But what is seen here physically is that the ecological system of a wetland has already been destroyed, part of which are complexes belonging to national housing.
We shall enhance and enrich it in a form of landscape designing by making it more usable than leaving it as it is. We can bring back the new old species, integrate it into the urban design, and ensure that all those other uses of a wetland are retained as much as possible.
The proposed lakefront shoreline is already occupied by settlements, and this could present difficulty in evicting and compensating the illegal occupants.
Definitely, basajja balaba will demand for compensation.
Forest Park Resort is one other wetland area which has been put to sustainable use.
We make use of this swamp in a way that anyone who could come around could fall in love with any swamp maybe that happens to be located in any other place, instead of misusing it.
It's located off Mitiana Road. This pond is quickly turning into a man-made lake with a spectacular view of a lake shore, and hundreds of people camp here for recreation.
This place is very nice, eh? The way it looks, very clean.
The proposed transformation of the Bugolobi Luzira wetland could see it altered into what may very well look like this Forest Park Resort. Some people call it a beach, but it's Forest Park Resort in Bugolobi, a wetland that has been developed into a recreational ground, a true picture of what a Kampala master plan envisages into sustainable use of a wetland. Jjingo Francis, NTV.